What's up, guys? It's TRT77 here with my playoff round 1 game of UPA Showdown, and we're taking on Doomshroom once again, and the Parramatta Eelektross. I know this upload's coming after a little bit of time, like this is coming in after almost give or take like 2 weeks almost from my last upload, and it's because UPA decided to take a break before the first round of playoffs. And then this game got a little bit delayed because of me. This was my fault this time. And I just wanted to... I had a little bit... I was getting my second shot of the vaccine. I wasn't feeling too well for a day. And so we just moved to like an extra day. So this time around, this is for real. And there's no Carcoal in the 6. That's straight off the bat. You can take a look at that. I'm just going to mention that some of the sets are the same as last time, because honestly they work so well and I just don't see how much actual counterplay they invite. One of them is Victini, exact same set, choice band. Next one is Tabofini, exact same set. It didn't really work out too great last time, but it was if he brings Gudra, which I'm expecting this time around, or at least if he doesn't, it's great, like, because this 6 is very weak to Gudra. I just could not find a way to fit Weavile into the 6, because Weavile is, if you can just look at his team, honestly, like Conk, Celesteela, Incin, this, even with a banded like low kick after Intimidate, I'm not doing as much as I should to Incin, and it just gives him free turns, which is something I'm just really, I can't, like, it gives up too much momentum. Like, even if I take a kill, then Celesteela comes in, gets a free lead seed, gets a free heavy slam. Or Kong comes in, gets a free facade, gets a free knockoff. It's too difficult to keep Weavile alive in this game. And at the cost of my other mons. So that's why Weavile couldn't make this 6 this time. But we've also gone back to the exact same Mienshao set from last time. Reckless high jump kick is there just as, like, you know, a last resort if we need the extra damage, because this team is fat. This team's really fat. If we need that extra damage, Reckless High Jump Kick is an option. Otherwise, we're just gonna click Choice Scarf, Close Combat, U-turns, Knockoff. Like, we didn't really need a whole lot of coverage versus his team, because his Fairy doesn't resist fighting, neither does his Steel, and it's just Celebi, which, like, Celebi has the mother of horrible matchups against me. Like, every mon on my team U-turns, every mon on my team clicks, just clicks buttons, basically, against Celebi. Like, U-turn, B-create, U-turn, knock. It's not a fun time for Celebi against my team. And honestly, if he brings it, great, because this is the first new set we have, and this is courtesy Nintago, because he convinced me to actually run this set. It's an SD Scizor with Bullet Punch and Superpower. Now, I know it's a risk not bringing a bug move against Celebi, but we do have U-turn on both Victini and Mienshao, and we can revenge Celebi again, my god. We have, we can revenge Celebi quite easily with V-create or anything like that, so it's not a big issue or anything. But, even otherwise, Bullet Punch plus 2 does a lot. So, SD Scizor, clean sets up occasionally on this team. The point of this set, especially, like, I'll put it in the exact way Nintago convinced me, which was you superpower the first time out on the Celesteela switch in, which then gets it down to about 56 to 66 in HP range, depending on the role. And it should get back up to 74 if rocks are not up because of 2 turns of leftovers. And then the next time around, we SD and then superpower the Celesteela. And that's also the reason for the speed. I mean, the speed is there mainly because I don't want to get outsped by a jolly conk that then fire punches me into oblivion. So that is what the speed on Mega Scizor is for, and the rest we just put into bulk. There was not really any specific bulk needed, so just into HP we went. Moving on, we have a similar but not same Gliscor set to last time. It is slightly different. I've speed crept a little bit more because I just wanted to be wary of the fact that he could have seen my last video and increased the speed creep a little bit on his Manaphy. So I just added a little bit more, like 8 more speed into this Gliscor. Borrowed like 4 each from the defenses, and I stuck Stealth Rock on it this time instead of Toxic. Hazards are really good against his team, and he struggles for hazard removal a bit. It's just really like Donphan that came last time, which could spin. And I think his other removal options, like if Conk is Defog, but last time it was AV. And I'm not really sure if he has other removal options, but that is basically Gliscor is here just in case Incineroar or Donphan get out of hand, or if I need to just good get up rocks, knock off spam. It's there obviously mainly for Zeraora. If Zeraora shows up, which I'm really expecting Zeraora to come, and it's going to be a problem for me to check, but I'm hoping like last time, or maybe perhaps we can just get a Toxic off on Zera early. The earlier we get a Toxic off on Zera, the better it is. Like, it is the best way of proceeding in this game. I don't think the passive on Zera is what is important here, because this team draws so many 50-50s, especially if you see Tapu Fini, you see Mega Scizor, you see Gliscor, you see Victini. They just draw so many 50-50 calls between those. So having a Toxic off on it would be invaluable. Tony Romo is coming back with, again, the same set as last time. Again, I did not want to strain it too much. I added I didn't change the speed on this one. If Manaphy outspeeds me, it's not the end of the world, but we should be able to still take out a +1 Manaphy from a little over, like if it's at like 60 to 70, I think it's a roll at 70, but like at 60, 65, like as long as we get that early chip off, like if it switches in on like a U-turn from Victini, or like let's say an Earthquake into then I go into Rotom, as long as he's not leftovers, we should be well within range to Leaf Storm kill or Thunderbolt will 2-hit KO. So either which works well. So that's gonna be it from me for the team builder, guys. Now I'm just gonna jump into the game, guys. Now jumping into the game, guys, as you can see, I am really shocked at the 6 he's brought. We don't see Zeraora, we don't see Celesteela. More obvious things that he wouldn't bring, Frostlass and Celebi aren't here either. But no Celesteela, no Zeraora, but we do see the Goodra. So I guess 1 out of 3 of the biggest threats that, or the mons that I thought were the biggest threats. We do also see the Donphan again, which you guys know me. I hate facing Donphan. Donphan and Arcanine, 2 mons I hate facing. But this is going to be rather straightforward for me to lead. I think my best lead here is always going to be Rotom, because if he leads Conk, if he's AV again, maybe we can get instead of like potentially risking anything, we can just Volt Switch out there and get into Fini. Not too much of an issue. Or we can just like scout his set early, get some damage off. Audino Mega coming is a little weird for me because I'm not sure what it exactly does, I'll be honest. I know it's like a Wish Protect mon, like it's like a worse like Cleric than usual, but I'm really not sure what Audino Mega does. Manaphy, I'm expecting honestly almost the same set, because I went through its sets after the last game to actually see what it does, because I was a little spooked, and there's not a whole lot else. Either Resist Berry or like Calm Mind or like a U-turn pivot spec set. Its set variance is actually not as good as some of the other mythicals, so I'm not that worried. Incin, we're going to... looking at his team, it's a really slow team, and I think I have to be on the lookout for a Scarf Incin here. There's a possibility that might be the case. So I'm going to start off and I'm going to lead my Rotom here, guys. As you can see, he does lead the Donphan, and he doubles into Goodra, and we predict and go for the Toxic. So that play was pretty obvious for me. I was always going to go Toxic here because I was not expecting him. For one, I would not have killed Donphan 1 hit because of Sturdy. So either which way, the Toxic would have broken Sturdy for Leaf Storm next turn. The worst thing he could have done to me was maybe like Fire Fang, and it didn't do that much, so I wasn't too concerned, and it still prevented rocks. So at the worst, if he got rocks up, I broke Sturdy on Donphan. It was no longer an issue. At best, we get a Toxic Goodra, and that's what we get to do here. So here, obviously, I'm going to Volt Switch out of the Goodra here first and go hard into Fini. Let's see what he goes for, as he does go for the Draco straight away. So unless he was Specs, I don't think there was a chance to kill. I think we lived even Specs Draco, I'm not sure, but I'm going to double back into Rotom here because I'm expecting him to go hard into Manaphy at this point. If he stays in with Goodra, we get more Toxic Chip off and we can just Volt Switch again. We know they're faster than him, so I'm not too concerned. And we go back into Rotom. he clicks the Sludge Wave, which indicates, that damage indicates he is max Modest, perhaps Assault Vest, but he's max HP, that's for sure. He's definitely max HP. I'm not sure if he's Assault Vest or not, but I am gonna double into Feeny here because we take nothing from, honestly, non-specs. Sludge Wave did like nothing to Feeny, and he goes for the Flamethrower, predicting the Scizor. So early on, we've got quite a bit of chip off this Goodra. I can just click the Play Rough freely here. I don't really care. Play Rough did a lot to Goodra because Goodra has non-existent physical defense. And also, this is my turn to flex on all the other Tapus with Feeny. Guys, Feeny got Play Rough, but you didn't. Haha. But yeah. Feeny's in here. I'm gonna taunt Odd now because I don't want Wishes going to Goodra. And he does try to set up the Trick Room, which is wild early game. Because now I just realized that looking at his team, yeah, he's got a Trick Room, Goodra, and Conk, and Donphan. So this is very scary if I let him get up the Trick Room. So I'm not planning on letting him get up the Trick Room. But here I have no reason to switch out. He went into Manaphy, I got the Spectacular up, which was fortunate, but either way, I don't lose anything by staying in. I'm at full, I got my leftovers intact. I lose absolutely nothing here. If he wants to Toxic me here, we will know, but I'm going to taunt first. He switches in first, we get the Moonblast off. Again, I'm going to taunt first, as he does click the Flamethrower, expecting Scizor, I guess. But I'm not too concerned here. I click the Moonblast again, and we get a huge chunk off on Conk. And Tapu Fini is going to pick up a huge kill early in the game on Conkeldurr. Because knowing he's a Trick Room team and knowing that Conk exists there, and based on the damage, he was AV again. But I think he might have slightly, like, he mentioned to me that he did miss EV the Conk. So he goes into Incineroar here. I am expecting nothing but a Parting Shot or a Knock. I'm not too worried. He does click the Parting Shot, goes into the Manaphy. I'm going to click the Scald. We do not get the Burn, which is not too big a deal, I guess. He does Calm Mind, but I can just taunt here because if he's Resto Chesto now, he can't rest. I'm going to double into Rotom more because we don't die to any one move. He does Scald Bonus, which is a little annoying because we can't get Leftovers recovery now. But at this point, I have a decision to make. So, here are the decisions. Here are the plays. 1, I can click Toxic. 2, I can click Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt will not KO it, but it'll put it in range for everything else. It does like 40. 3, Leaf Storm. I knock it out, but I risk Goodra coming in for a Sap Sipper boost. But it's not the end of the world because it still takes the 6% from Toxic and it's really chipped down. I'm not too worried. And I'm faster, I Volt Switch out, I still preserve Rotom more. And so I just came to the conclusion here, my best play is clicking Leaf Storm. And as you're going to see, for the umpteenth time on this channel, we missed the Leaf Storm. And Manaphy is going to take out Rotom here. I need to start running Leaf Storm with Blunder Policy, my guys. Like, I've actually landed more Blizzards with Rotom Frost than I've landed Leaf Storms with Rotom and Serperior. I'm not even joking at this point, although can't really run Blunder Policy with Serp, but still. Either way, at this point, I'm left with a little bit of a difficult decision because of the Leaf Storm miss. Because here, had I gone for the Thunderbolt play, we guaranteed knocked out Manaphy. But now I'm in a bit of a fix because what if he's not Chestoberry? What if he is Wakan? And what if this is an elaborate draw set to get Victini? But Scald does not kill me. If he's Modest +1, I think it has a chance to kill. But if I Bolt Strike and he is Wakan, I am screwed. The last time this kind of scenario happened, he was asleep and I clicked Zen Headbutt twice because of the switch in Donphan being an available option for him. But after assessing, I really thought this down through repeatedly, and I think that my best play is still to click the Bolt Strike. Because I can still win this quite handily late game as long as I prevent the Trick Room. Mienshao just runs through what's left along with Scizor. And Feeny is at full, and he just has, he just, without Zeraora, I don't know why he didn't bring Zeraora, but without Zeraora, like, breaking Feeny was never going to be easy for him. So we're going to go into Victini here. I'm going to click the Bolt Strike as he switches out. and he goes Incineroar, and we get a huge chunk off. This tells me he is offensive Incineroar. Now, I'm not sure what Incineroar exactly this is, but that's definitely offensive. Because I'm pretty sure at -1, our roll was 33 to 39 normally, and this was definitely a 39 to 46 roll now. So, obviously here, I'm going to switch into Feeny. I have nothing to lose. He does knock off our leftovers, which kind of sucks, but not the end of the world. Here, I'm going to predict... See, the thing is there, Incin was at 59. Moonblast was a 2-shot anyway. He did nothing to me. If he parting shotted after taking that chip, he died to rocks. Or he died to like any hit plus rocks, which I can get up with Gliscor on its face. So, I'm not too worried about it. Same time, Moonblast let me get a lot of chip on Manaphy, and guaranteed, even if he's Resist Berry, Misty Terrain's up, he can't rest. So if he's Resto Chesto, it's not a problem. If he's Resist Berry, he's now well within range. So he does go into Manaphy. Again, we get the drop here as he does go into Ordino again. I doubled into Victini that time because one, Scald never killed, and if you wanted to Scald Tapu Fini in terrain, good luck. The other thing is Energy Ball did nothing to me. And 2, I feel like if he was going to make the double there, or if any play he was going to make there, I was going to get a free like hit on something with Bandit Victini here. But here I'm going to U-turn out back into Scizor actually this time I go, because I feel like I can get the Mega off while baiting. Like he's more than likely going to click Knock or Trick Room here. He's not really clicking Flamethrower on Victini. So he does click the Trick Room. I'm going to double into Feeny. He does Mega and click the Flamethrower. So we get rid of one turn of Trick Room. Not the end of the world. And he reveals the Healing Wish, which I probably should have seen this coming, honestly, with Goodra there. But I was just expecting like a standard Wish Cleric set. But I probably should have expected this. So Goodra's going to come in with 2 turns of Trick Room left. It's a bit of a threat. But I'm going to eat this Sludge Wave here, and I'm going to go for the Play Rough because I wanted damage on this thing. That was the most important thing here. Was I knew I always lived a hit. I knew for one, now it's almost guaranteed. I just need chip on Donphan and Mienshao wins. So I needed chip on Donphan, I needed chip on Goodra, and Mienshao wins. So, and he's got no more Trick Room setup. And basically all this comes down to now is getting chip on Goodra. And so I take the Play Rough chip here. I'm going to go into Gliscor here. If he Dracos, he Dracos. And he sticks to his guns and he goes for the Flamethrower expecting Scizor to come in. Which was... honestly, maybe not the play I was expecting, but at this point, like, I knew I lived one Draco. So that's why I went into Gliscor here. I'm going to Roost up first to see what he's got to hit me. And obviously, he does have the Ice Beam. He is special, so that was expected. But here, I don't see a need to keep Gliscor around. Because even my EQ, I'm not killing him. What I should do here, my best play here, is get Rocks up so I can break Donphan Sturdy. And if I break Donphan Sturdy that way, I have an easier time just cleaning up than with Mienshao. So I do get the Rocks up, and he clicks the Draco this time, predicting me to Roost again. And this is brilliant now because we lose Gliscor, which, I mean, at this point I don't really care about losing Gliscor. It did its job. We're going to go into Scizor and we get the freest SD ever because he's going to do like 60 with Flamethrower at -2, and now Scizor is at +2. So here Scizor is going to pick off Goodra with the +2 Bullet Punch, and the writing's pretty much on the wall right now for him. He does go into Donphan and he's boots Donphan, which is great, but I'm just going to go for the damage here with Superpower. He's quite defensive. I maybe could have roosted and played the roost games, but I did not feel the need to there as Scizor Mega goes down, because now 1, 2, and 3 are all in range of Scarf Close Combat, and I'm just gonna let this play out. He does Ice Shard us first. We take out Donphan with the Close Combat. We take out Manaphy. And his last man standing is Incin. Even at -1, this is always going to kill Incin. So that is going to be the game, guys. We take the 3-0 dub over the Parramatta Eelektross and Doomshroom. GG's to Doom. This was like, I swear this had to be like mind games like hell for me. Like I had so much anxiety about this game going into it because I hadn't played a game in a while. And this team had so much variance, and then it had so many fat mons. It was like difficult to pick out, and like it's one of those teams where you have to prep for every single mon, because if you don't, he brings a 6 like this, and suddenly you're like, I prepped for Zera though, and he didn't bring Zera. I prepped for Steela, and he didn't bring Steela. Well, tough luck. Now you've got to deal with Gudra. But luckily we kept stuck to our guns with the Feeny set, which I'm really happy about. I'm also happy about how the SD Scizor set worked out. Shoutouts to Targo for that again. And I think Rotom pulled a lot of weight for a mon that didn't get a kill this game. Obviously, it would have got a kill if it landed the Leaf Storm, which would have been great, because we got rid of Manaphy at that point. It would have been just brilliant. Could have just Toxic something for free, but it is what it is. It is Pokemon. We are moving now on to the second round. I am sorry, but I'm not actually sure who we play, because I think it's a bracket. We might be playing DJ Barara. I'm not sure. I have to confirm this with JB and the admins. That's just gonna be it for me, guys. Hopefully we'll have another game up this week if all goes well IRL. I will post a video shortly regarding the future of content on this channel and future of myself in draft leagues, so stay tuned for that. But that's gonna be it from me, guys. This is TRT77. This is me signing off.